How the hell are you, man? Just gonna eat a pie. I'll be 2 secs. It's like three bites and I'm finished. Baker. Hey, Baker. Anyone been live today, boys? Hey, Hook, how are you, man? Hey, no. Tassie live in the morning. I have to fucking get onto that little shit. You little shit, Taz, where are you? Doing lives when I'm at the fucking gym. I can't help it if you decide to go to the gym at the time of day that basically fucking defines us as a community. 420. If you're not in here, I hope you already watch this, bro. You go to the gym at 420, that's your fault. You would do it live when I go to the gym at 11 o'clock. Bing time, bong time, yeah, bro? I haven't even been out to have a look. I only just got home. Yeah, green that is, bro. Broccoli. Wait a minute. Spinach, celery, broccoli, fennel, parsley, apple, and lemon. Good for you. Pardon me. bong with that. What to do with the fucking bowl? Have not had a coffee today. Fuck. Link, yeah, bro. Yeah. Get a bowl. Oh, so if you did a live this morning, he ain't at work then. Where is he now? Drinking milk? You can drink milk and YouTube at the same time, bro. I had the workout that the trainers gave me. It's too pussy, so I had to add in extra stuff. I think that's what's happening with you down there. 4 years you've been doing this, and in a few months, I'm bigger than you. You got to work harder, bro. Harder. Going in and going, and then go home. Nah, bro. Work harder, baby. Try harder. Try harder, baby. Fucking weed. Smoking weed, smoking grass. $20, little man. Put that shit in my hand. Hey, Hook. That is the link, bro. I'm in smart ass mood today. Hey, Creeper, how are you? Hey, Summers. Ripped my arms up yesterday. I was pulling some whack faces in the gym. You don't need to be doing that shit. It's fucking, bro, 10 kilos on an easy bar. The bar that goes like this. Because when you hold like this, right, your bicep is in two pieces. One on one side, one on the other. Right, when you hold the easy bar and the bar's like this and you're doing it, you're working one side more than the other. And when you hold it like this, you're working one side more than the other. Just make sure you get both of those, and you'll get a bigger bicep. I don't pull faces much, but I do fight, because I don't want to be the dude in the gym who's going. I don't want to be that guy. So the most I ever do is, like, say on a lat pull down or something, I do like 75 kilo lat pull down. Once I get to about 8 reps, I'm like, but that's about it. No grunting and shit.
I grunt on the way, because I go so rarely. When I rock up to the gym, I'm like, at the door, man. Someone walks out the door, I'm like, come on, mate.
Grunting walking in.
Go, mate. Walk around like that. This big cunt's looking at me. You're making fun of me? It's like, nah, man. Fucking you inspiring me. Nah, I'm only kidding. I don't do that. I don't even go to the gym. Who's Jim? They call me Jim.
Hey, fair. Oh, the grunting and shit. Nah. You had me wondering for a sec. But yeah, nah. Fucking hell, bro. I've been in the gym where I've been on one of these things. I think it's called like a fly or something, right? And fucking, I had like 40 kilos on it, and I'm just doing like 10 sets.
You're just
4
clapping.
reps, 4 sets, 10 reps, right? And the dude comes there and he stands there and he's watching me do it. And I'm thinking, this is fucking weird, bro. But he's a giant. And I mean, he must want this machine. I finish my set. I jump off the machine. I go, there you go, mate. And he just looks at me and he sits on the machine. He puts his arms in it and he goes, boom, like there was no weight there. And then he looks over at me and shakes his head and then puts the pin in the very bottom of the weight stack. So like 140 kilo. And then just starts going like this. He goes,
Shao Kahn style. Like Shao Kahn when he hits with the hammer. You know?
Fucking idiot.
Funny cunts.
But yeah, all right. The dude from his waist went like this. Like from his waist, he went like this. But he had smaller legs than me, and he was he was about a foot taller than me. It was like he'd never ever heard of leg day.
Yeah. Legs seems to be hard for a lot of people. I think legs is the easiest for me because I've got very powerful legs in terms of like their size and their ability. Compared to my arms, they're very weak. I'd rather sit there do leg day all day, mate. No worries. But I wouldn't have much gains from it because I already do a lot of leg work myself. But yeah, I need upper strength myself because I'm so weak physically.
My legs are good. And I can like open doors with my feet and shit. Like,
for real?
Yeah, like when I did karate, like my hands are alright, but I can stand there in front of anyone, face to face in front of you, and put my leg in between you and kick you in the fucking face.
Yeah, I believe you.
And I believe you. I've been able to do that for fucking ever before I did karate. So when I did karate, all the kicking shit, that was easy for me. It was just everything else.
Uncoordinated everything else.
Yeah, but my legs, fucking, they go anywhere I need.
They are my weapons, my legs, my distance
and I've got
keepers.
Big size. Huh?
Well, humans weren't designed to go around lifting up 200 kilos. There's absolutely no. Okay, they're good builders. They can move heavy stuff and all of that. But I mean, it's not like you're going to take down a bear. It's not like you're going to go out hunting. It's not like you're going to be any actual like. There's only it's like pushing your body to. For me, if you're going to work out or go to the gym, it should be for health reasons. Of course, if you're naturally athletic, that's a bonus. But taking the shit to change your body, it's not natural.
Straight up, bro. Straight up. knee in the chest, and then straight up. But yeah, you can do it this way. You can do it this way. That way is easier.
You're talking about inside.
when you do it that way, though, so you'll throw it out that way, right? So you stand in a stance, and you're close with someone, and you throw. They just see your body move, and then next minute, you watch as your foot just smashes them in the side of the head, and they just go.
From now on. If I had one arm, how would I hold my bong if I had one arm?
Hey, Autos.
Stephen Hawking bong.
My bench at the moment is 40 reps, right? 40 reps of 20 kilo. Right? On all the machines, I'll get on a machine, boom, doesn't matter. Put me on free weights, and it drops dramatically. So before I left today, I'm just like, I'll just jump back on a machine, chuck back at 80 kilo on the shoulder press. Just done 10 of those, jump on the fucking chest press, 55 kilo, 10 of those. But I jump on a bench press, 20 kilo, and you should see me, a wobble. Not because the weight's heavy, I can do that all fucking day. Yeah. But the balance, this whole balance thing of free weights, like, because I'm older, I'm like, I'll just do machines and then I won't get injured. But it made muscle, but it didn't give me all the balance muscles that you need. And that's what free weights will give me. So over time, I'll stop doing this and I'll stay still because the muscles that holding me still could be big enough to hold me still. I felt like a perv in the gym today, bro. Felt like the biggest perv. Fucking Jesus Christ.
That's why you wear. Yeah. Never mind.
Chick was so fit, bro. So fit. And work ethic. She was in there when I got there, and she was in there when I left.
Drugs, lad. The ladies are on the drugs too these days, mate. Just remember that. Everyone's on the hanging out at the gym. Most people, like so many of them, are all on drugs, all altering. None of them are natural. None of them could ever. Most of them, should I say, not none, but because some of them are natural. Some people are naturally athletic. It's sad how people want to change their physical selves into something they could never actually be, into somebody else. I look at my body and myself in the mirror. I think, why would I want to be anyone else? I'm that guy. I'm that guy in the mirror. Why would I want to be or look like anybody else?
It's full of pills, bro.
Ah, you funny cunt. Legend.
How many pills I'm taking?
I'm a powder guy myself. What can I say?
There you go.
Awesome. I don't know if that hardly alters your physical appearance, though, does it? Really, it's sort of.
Well, when you take, instead of taking 2 tabs a day, and you take 8 tabs a day.
All right. Yep. That might have some kind of effect.
Then you grab the ecdysterone as well, and you take 8 tabs of that a day as well instead of 2. Yeah, you notice.
Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
And you just buy that shit straight from a health store.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long it will stay legal for.
Yeah.
Because if they find it has performance enhancing ability, they'll ban it, because otherwise Olympians will use it and
not get tested for it.
Yeah.
After the fact. They'll bring the law in and say we used this before and with this performance enhancing.
Yeah, I take those. I take fucking vitamin D and Slim pills and fucking cortisol.
You wouldn't need Slims. You wouldn't need Slims at all, would you?
Slim pills. Slim pills are for any time I eat a high amount of carbohydrates.
All right.
Yeah. It sort of makes the carbohydrates sort of act like a protein, so it goes in your muscle.
Yep. Good. Interesting. $19.12. Got $19.12 halfpenny. Look at that. I brought these about 3 years ago, and I found them when I was going through the thing the other day. My treasure chest. Halfpenny, $19.12.
Yeah, I bought probably 200 round 50-cent pieces.
Nice. That's a lot of money now. A lot of money now, mate. I reckon they're up to what, $15, $20 even a pop.
I don't do well with pre-workouts, autos, and protein powders and that. Like, I took them and it was alright, but I don't know. I think they upset my stomach or something. And Psalms, the only Psalm I've ever taken is S22 for a rotator cuff. That was for 3 weeks.
Medical sucks. Fair. No, that's why I don't go to medical. It sucks. I'm against it completely on its whole entire. I don't. What's the word? Ethics, my friend. I have ethics, and it would be a high contradiction for me to drop those ethics just to get something I want. Of course, I want the weed. I'd love the weed. I'd like to smoke the weed and pay for the weed and buy the weed. But for me, there's ethics involved, and we all have our own idea of what ethics might be, how it would affect us, how we would, do something or not do something because of particular reasons. Um, I am not a medical patient, therefore, I won't be using or won't be getting on the medical. It doesn't suit me, and it doesn't really do what I would like or would expect it to do in its description. It's not making anyone. It doesn't. It's not. It's still the same now. It's basically street weed uh, rules. Street weed rules. Okay, it's better weed, but the rules are street weed. It's like it's not unprofessional. I'd hardly say any of. I would even call them real doctors. To tell you the truth.
It does seem a little bit questionable sometimes. Some creatine summers, eh?
Creatine.
So you want to take like 5 grams or more for 2 weeks every day, and then probably drop it to 3 grams or something daily, or 5 grams for a month every day, and then back to 3 or something. Your hair will thicken up a bit.
Nails. You get really long fingernails, and your fingers will get all feminine and dainty and thin and gangly, and you have to start painting them so that
Black.
you're black because they look feminine, and you need black to make them look manly. Of course, because we all know black's a man's color. It is, isn't it? I got in trouble as a kid because the teachers would say, "What's your favorite color?" I'd say black. They said it's not a color. I was like, it's a bloody color. It might not be in a rainbow. It's a bloody color. I like the color black. And they said, "Oh, you can't have that color.
Yeah, it's a contrast. Oh, fuck
You
off.
can't like black." I was like, "What? I can't like black. You tell me what my favorite color is." I say, "What?" I had to go to brown. She made me change my color to brown. Right? The teacher. I was like, "Nah, this is not on." That's when I knew the world wasn't fair. It was a big lie that black wasn't a color. Like you couldn't.
Fair, I reckon they just eat way too much food when they're kids. Their mums are just like, eat, eat, eat.
Mediterranean diets will often, people will be a bit meatier as well. Well, it depends on your diets. What do you expect when in Australia we eat nothing but potatoes and sausages? We end up looking like fucking sausages.
Bro, I took a pre-workout, I went to the gym, and my mind was not in the right place. My body felt weird, my fucking head was I didn't know what was going on. But you need to front load this creatine, Summers, or it ain't gonna work for fucking ages, and you'll be like, this ain't doing nothing. You need to take more than advised for like a month, at least. Yeah, remember when Homer, no, Batman, the fucking
Bartman. I remember Bartman. Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman. That was a big thing, man.
The leader.
Do you remember the Bartman song?
And they couldn't brainwash. Homer at all. And then when they finally did brainwash Homer, and they were feeding him gruel to wear him down, they wondered how he kept gaining weight. Because if you eat too much, doesn't matter what it is, you're still going to gain weight.
I don't know, PTP. My metabolism is if I don't eat the right food, my body won't absorb anything. Like I just got to pour. My body is poor at absorbing nutrients. Like I already have a poor absorption rate.
Your gut biome's not diverse enough, bro.
Just fucking no, it isn't. I need the right foods in there to digest, and the right oils and compounds. And
first, you need the right biome to be able to eat those things. People think your stomach's just melting food or something. No. There's a whole range of bacteria live in your gut. They eat these things. They shit out things that you will now ingest.
Yeah.
It's not,
And
not
I just
acid,
thought
it's just acid. It's
for
a
years
whole
I've had bad bio mix up in there. I'm sure of it. Just not eating the right foods, you know. That's why I started eating the vital stuff. It cost me. I'll go get it. This cost me $60 a week or a fortnight, whatever it takes to eat. But I'm eating them quick. I'll go grab
bunch. Stocky is a nice way of saying fat. Hey, no props, Summers, man. There's so much crap on YouTube. People have used creatine and how long it takes before it'll kick in. So your muscles will all get a little bit of a swell, small percentage once it's all kicked in as well. Oh yeah. Someone gave me packets of those one time.
That helps me digest, absolutely absorb. I've been taking this I've had one of these. It's 300 grams. I've had one, and I can already feel a better. My body's feeling a lot better
Oh, that's good.
from absorbing the right nutrients, not from the type of food that I wouldn't absorb it from because I don't have all of the other nutrients, all of the right foods to break down and absorb the good stuff.
Yeah, this big bag of pills, same thing. Once
Same
I
thing.
got enough of these that it was in my system, yeah, I noticed the benefits, but it took a while.
Yeah. Well, that worked within 2 days, Fair Grow. I felt the next 2 days, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. Like brighter. You know, I've had less back issues as well. Right. So, and I feel like I put on, you know, a couple of, maybe about a kilo. Not much. You probably can't see it. But for me, it's a kilo is a lot to whack on in that short amount of time when I've been, you know, 70 kilos, you know, 75 kilos my whole life. Gaining a kilo, right? It takes fucking ages of work and hard work, I guess, and keeping it. But all I've had to do is change my diet.
Bro,
Come
I
on,
went to the
Stoney.
doctor a month ago. He's like, jump on the scales for me. Jump on the scales. He's like, oh, that's good. You've gained 2.5 kilos. That's very good. Thanks, bro. 1 month
Muscle.
later, was what, yesterday? The day before? I go to the doctor, jump on the scales. He looks, and he just starts laughing.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, here we go. And
He's on there.
he looks over at the computer and he goes, you've put 5 kilos on in 1 month. That can't happen.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
retaining all of the good stuff, mate. Turn it into muscle.
Yeah.
Turn all of that beautiful protein to.
I'm like, but look at me, I'm getting a gut. And he's just like shaking his head and shit. I'm like, I stopped eating all them healthy foods. I was just eating chicken and rice and veggies and beef and veggies and pasta. Oh, now I just eat burgers and I eat a pudding every night before I go to bed. And,
Yeehaw! I don't think he's a cowboy, but he'll be a cowboy if he wants to. He'll throw a hat on, no worries.
Got the volcano, Jeff.
Got myself a volcano. Tasty as. Awesome, Jeff. Nice garden, by the way.
That's right, I was mulling up. Better get that shit
Mulling
done.
up.
Yeah, bro. So 5 kilos in 28 days. I was telling AJ a few months ago when I put that 2 kilos, the 2.5 kilos on. And someone in his chat's like, you can't put 2.5 kilos on in that amount of time. It's not possible. But fucking scales lie, bro. They just alter themselves every time I get on just to fuck with me. Hey, Jesus got nothing on you, mate.
James just does, though. Just kidding. My mic's on. Sorry. I forgot. Oh, my mic was off.
It doesn't work.
Woo!
Doesn't work if you
Sorry.
talk with the mic off.
Sometimes I just go along and talk because I realize I talk too much. So I just like, if I'm going to talk too much, I just put my mic off, right?
You
I just turn my mic off.
have a rant. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all you motherfuckers out there. Yeah, you can't hear me, can you? I'm only kidding. I love yous. Love yous.
He's standing on one foot. Like a fucking bin chicken.
I am.
See? Rest on the other one. Rest on the other foot.
Hands behind the back like this, right? Standing there like that. You know, foot up.
Hey man. So you reckon you should mute more often, Hook?
Yeah. Hey, I can go to Fair Grows channel and he'll mute me for me. He's a kind guy. He knows when enough's enough. I get it. If Fair and I have a thing, right? My voice is like his face. Better not heard than seen. I'm only kidding, Fair. I love you, brother. Fucking Fair. He's the best.
Got some balance when you're sitting on your ass, eh? That mic went a bit low, bro.
We make a circle a hole. Circle a hole.
Oh.
One dimension becomes three.
So
3 becomes 9.
Everyone's still on holidays, yeah? At least till fucking, 10th of January?
Since 2019, mate. Holidaying since 2019. Wow, that bong ripped me.
I think I worked for 8 months in the first year of lockdown. Maybe a year into lockdown I was still working. That was because no one wanted to work, and any of my mates who had the finished contracts, their employees wouldn't roll up. Their employees wouldn't roll up. So they'd just ask, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" Yeah, right.
Look, for me, $30 an hour is enough to get me on site. So I'm picky with my work. So if someone said, okay, you got his job for $30 an hour, okay, that's enough for me to turn up and just be there. All right, that's just not enough even for me to even start working. Right, so I'm happy to go to a job that pays $30 an hour, but I'm definitely not picking up anything above a certain weight. I'm definitely not pushing myself. I'm definitely not running back and forwards at the job. I'm definitely not working up a sweat. I'm doing fuck all. $30 an hour is enough to get me out of bed and get me to the workplace. You got to whack another 20 on top of that for me to actually put pressure on me.
Another 5 or 10, and I'd push a bit hard. But yeah, $30 will get me there. Yeah, say if I'm helping someone tiling or whatever, $30 will get me to pick up a box of tiles, walk them to another room, make a pile of tiles, set up the the horse and the
Stack a
cutter.
pallet of bricks. Stack a pallet of bricks, easy.
So
Right, but
when
not
the
stacking 100.
dialer comes in, it's all there for him. He doesn't have to ever
No
move.
quote.
He can just go boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
I don't mind doing that for $30 an hour. I'll just go set each room up,
Yeah.
and then I'll stand in the kitchen and watch. And then at about lunchtime, I go, all right, I'm out of here. Nothing for me to do. Going home.
$20 an hour isn't enough for me to hire someone else to do it. Yeah, $30. Well, I'll pay my friends 20. That's but let it be known. I'm happy to pay someone $20 an hour if they want to come and work from today. If someone wants to earn $20 an hour, fucking come around. I'll fucking employ you for $20 an hour. You give you a drink, right? At Smoko and lunch. You're not insured, so if you break your back, you're on your own.
Yeah, not a qualified carpenter for $30 an hour. You wouldn't think so, Stoney. But you could get some dude to bring in shit for you, so you don't have to keep walking in and out. They call like a TA, trade assistant.
Yeah,
that's it, Jeff. And that's the other thing we got to look at. Remember the wages we used to get. That's not a good wage now. That has to be bumped up way more. When I started work, the minimum wage was like $13.80 an hour, something like that.
Yeah, you would have started work then around 95 or 96 then, right?
Yeah, 96, 98, somewhere there. And then fucking that was like minimum wage in like a factory or something. Yeah, you'd get a little bit more, but you were pushing it.
8-hour days, you'd get like what, fucking $12 an hour, up to 15 an hour, 16 an hour, I suppose. Full time, casual, or whatever it was. You'd look for casual. I would look for casual work because casual would always pay that extra.
$2 an hour more, but that $2 an hour more, you get no holidays, no paid sick days, no fucking permanent.
But job security was never there anyway.
And then you just go, all right, end of year, I get 4 or 5 weeks off paid. Oh, Easter, I get 2 weeks off paid. Oh, I'm sick. I go to the doctor, I get paid to stay at home and recover. None of that happens when you're casual.
Yeah, but again, even if you're full time, your job security is not there. You know. Actually, I'll tell you a story. Once I had a fight at a workplace. It's called ducted air conditioning, like a poly air conditioning company that we work for. And we rocked up at this work in a sort of gangish style. There's many gangs at the workplace. I don't know if you've ever worked at a workplace where you've got like north side gangs and like east side gangs, and they're all sort of there at the time. And this guy, we used to have boxing matches at the front. I had these boxing matches. I'd come to work and box everyone at work. I'd bring boxing gloves, and they weren't small boxing gloves. My boxing gloves are like these little skinny pads, like these little tiny little. And people were like, they're not gloves, dude. You know. Anyways, we get into this fight and we were boxing. It was fine, but then they all jumped in. This whole gang jumped in and tried to fight me because this guy he hit me in the face, right? He got violent and shit and started fucking using his legs, and he hit me in the face. So I egged him with my fist. I egged him on the face here because he got a bit rough. So I said, "You want to be like that, cunt?" I fucking boosh. And he had an egg light just popped up straight away in his face. Just egged him. I knew I was going to do it. It's just, when you hit someone right there with your knuckles and the egg just comes up. And then they all jumped in like, "Oh, you fucking, it's not fair. It's like you fucking using his legs." And they all fucking bashed me. And the bosses come out. We all got broken up. We all got sent home, him and I, with a written warning. He said, "All right, you got a written warning. You got a written warning. Hang on, hear me out. It's not the end of it." So we went home. I called the boss up. Right when I got home, I said, "Look, man, I was a young kid. I'm sorry about what happened." He goes, "It was this and that." He goes, "Oh, look, it doesn't matter. You're both fired." And I was a little kid. I was younger than 16. And he said, "You're both fired." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You've already given us a written warning." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, now you're firing us." I said, yeah, but how can I be punished? You've already punished us and sent us home. That's our punishment, right? So how can you? So I said, I'll tell you what. This before I got off the phone, I said to the boss, I said, you're going to give me 4 weeks pay and 2 weeks severance on top of that, 6 weeks, and I'll walk away. I said, and I won't sue you. This is a little kid. I said, I won't sue you. I got the money. I walked in, I signed the contract and got the money straight away. That's when I realized that you have to not be afraid to speak up, because that other guy left the job. He got sacked. We both got a written warning and sacked. The difference is he accepted that there was a fight.
Yeah.
And you know what they said? It's instant dismissal for fighting. I said, yes, it is, but you didn't instantly dismiss me. Therefore, you didn't follow your protocols and procedures. So you fucked up. You have no right to sack me. And if I take you to court, I'll beat you. And they knew that I would under those grounds, because I read their policies and procedures. Every job that I have, I try to get a copy of their company policies and procedures, so that if you do something or something happens to you, there's a procedure that they lawfully have to go through, which is put in through, is accepted by law. Your policies are accepted by law and procedures. If they don't follow the policy, you can use their policy against them, which is what I did.
Yeah, well, that's why I said you were lucky, because fighting at work is instant dismissal. It's like you fuck off, gone, don't come back.
Yep. Yeah. Instant dismissal is the fight and that's the reason I got off. I said, because you should have instantly dismissed me then. You can't sack me now. I've already accepted the written warning you give me. I signed the written warning. We have to sign a written warning. We all do. I don't know if you've ever been given a written warning at work. Yeah, I take that as a yes.
Bro, my manager would walk out of the fucking, like, whatever room they keep the files, and then back into the office where I am, sitting with the union and whoever else we're having a beef with, and he would walk in. I don't have a pile big enough, but he'd walk in with a pile of papers like this, and he would make sure that everyone can see how big this pile is as he walks in, like making a big deal about it, and then plonk it on the fucking desk, like, and he goes, "This is all Peter. This is all you." Like, yeah. So what? Yeah, we've been here a million times. I know all this shit. Fucking, they know all this shit. What do you keep talking about this? We're here for something else now.
Yeah. I got one job. I got tested for cannabis. I was this was maybe before or after this incident I just explained. So I was at the workplace. I was building steel frame homes again. It was called New Steel Homes. It was called. So I was building these steel frame houses, and I'd go out and have a bong or a pipe. I'd smoke pipes at lunchtime. I'd go out, I'd come back. I was always stoned, but my pipe fell out on the ground, and the boss picked it up, like, and he said, "Oh, you come around and says, is this yours?" I said, "Nah, not mine. What are you talking about?" Like, no one's going to admit it, because it was a small workplace, and some of them were his family members. So there's only a few of us, but we all smoked. So anyways, he took my pipe, and then he put it in his office. Then one of the other workers went into his office and took the pipe out of his drawers, right, where he hid the pipe, and he gave it back to me. And then he comes up to me, the boss goes, "Oi, tell me the truth. Did you take that pipe out of the drawer?" I said, "Nah, I done nothing." He goes, "Look, I'm going to send you for a drug test." I said, "Go on." I said, "All right." He goes, "Am I going to find anything in your system?" I said, "Yeah, you're going to find weed." All right, I smoke weed. He goes, "All right." Anyways, he didn't sack me or anything. So they sent me to the clinic, and then I got drug tested. I came back positive. And I told him before, and then he said to you, "Oh, you're going to pay for this drug test." So they tried to make me pay for the drug test. I was positive, right? Positive. I had a pipe and I had a drug test. Came back, and he couldn't sack me. You can do anything whatsoever. I said, "I'm not paying it because I told you I was on weed. You've let me work here for the rest of the day on weed, all right? So you've become a liability, and then you've sent me to a drug test that I said I was going to fail from cannabis. And then now you're trying to make me pay for it, because the rules are, I believe, if you become up positive, you've got to pay for the test."
Oh, what?
Yeah. That I had to pay for the test. Anyways, I ended up keeping my job, getting my pipe back, and telling him, "Fuck you, I'll smoke weed up," and that's it.
Do you know if I got caught at work drinking alcohol, drunk, inebriated, stoned, smoking at work. They can't sack me. They have to stand me down and pay for rehab. Then once I recovered, then I come back, and if I can perform the job, then I stay, and if I can't, then I go.
Mind you, this was many years ago, over 20 years ago. All of this stuff. And those jobs, I didn't even have a resume to get. I could go into the factory on the day with my with anything and say, "Oh, you got a job? Any jobs? I want to do a job." Right, and you get a job. I could go into any factory at that age and go get a job, and people would just hire you. If you're good enough, they're not. If at the end of the day they say, "Nah, look, bro, here's your $100 for work. We don't need to hire you. You're not going to cut it here."
I did a job interview about 5-6 years ago, and it was just up the road. And I just wandered in there. I just seen they just had on the fence that they were hiring. I'm like, oh, they mustn't use the internet. So I just went in there, oh, you need to go on the internet and apply on the internet. And I'm like, what? Some dude walks out the office and goes, look, mate, can you come back tomorrow like 3 o'clock? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, we'll have a chat. So I come back, sit down, do the interview, and I fucking mowed it, man. Mowed the interview. It's so much easier when you're older and you've got all that experience and the questions come at you, you know exactly what to say, you know when to make levity of the situation, get a little laugh, get people endeared to you a bit. I smash this thing. And then they say to me, oh, we can only pay this much an hour, but we really want you here. We're prepared to up it in 3 months to this much. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to need to at least this much to even start. And
yeah.
I really want to, but some of the questions they were throwing at me, like, if your car broke down and you're on your way to work, what would you do? And what? I was like, fucking, I'd lock my car and I'd walk the 500 meters to the job. And then they looked down and go, oh yeah, you only live down the road. But say if you lived 20 kilometers away, well, I'd lock the car.
Yeah, say if you lived on planet Mars and you had to get to Earth really quick, what would you do if your space shuttle broke down halfway? Right? Would you try to get back, turn around, or continue trying to get to work?
Well, yeah.
What would you do if your space shuttle broke down?
Yeah. So basically, what they wanted to hear was, no matter what happened in my life, that I would turn up at work first and then deal with life later.
Yeah. No more of that shit. We're not slaves. We're not pieces of shit. We're not cannon fodder and machines to be used for slavery. Fuck that shit. The profit, every bit of profit should go to workers, not business. Really, a profit of business should go to workers. For me, that's how it should be.
If the people at work had shares in the company and were getting shares with those profits, the people who work there, their work would increase, their happiness at work would increase, everything about their life and happiness of their life would increase. But no, we can't have that, because a boss wants to be a dictator. He doesn't want to be part of a group that are all together to make a better future. He wants to be the guy with the better future, and you motherfuckers do what you're told.
Hook the communist.
We live in a democracy, but when we go to work, we work in a dictatorship. I don't understand.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. When we go to work, that's because they got policies, these policies and rules that we actually do live in that, as Winfrey said, a communist way, because things change as soon as we go into the workplace, and we're required to do these things in our actual lives to suit something that.
That's not fucking communism. That's a dictatorship. When you got a group of motherfuckers that are all just fucking, they reap all the rewards and everyone else just does all the work.
Yeah, well, communism, it's a little bit different, I suppose.
Communism, people empowering communism eventually have more than those beneath them, and that's not meant to happen in communism. if you're the leader of the country in a communist country, you meant to have the same stuff as the
Equal,
poorest person.
same pay, same everything.
Yes.
Same
Same
pay, same house, same clothes, same TV,
eating a
same.
potato, you're eating a potato. You don't get a lobster and he gets a potato. Yeah, everyone meant to have the same.
Yeah, that's communism. But I don't. I think people should get paid for what they do, for what their job is worth. You know, and if everyone gets paid, no one's going to get paid the same amount. If everyone gets paid, because they're all doing different jobs. You know, like for example, okay, there's jobs that require a higher skill and higher brains, but you don't have to do much for. All you have to do is move your hand like this. Should that person get that much money for that, even though required? Who cares about his intelligence or whatever? I think the person who's doing that, compared to the person moving a brick, right, from there to there, the guy moving the brick, he should get more money
Because
than the guy pressing the keyboard.
The guy doing the keyboard, he
He's
didn't
just
get to
doing
go
this.
to work. He didn't get to go to work straight away. He had to go to school and pay for school for 10 years, costed him 50 grand or 80 grand or 100 grand.
Yeah.
And then he can go to work. Where the brick guy goes to work the day he leaves school, earns money instantly. So
Yeah, but there's also a give and take in that is his body.
He needs to be compensated for the education he paid for.
I don't think he should be compensated because that's the thing he chose to do.
Why the hell would anyone do the education if you're not going to get compensation?
Because it's easy.
Because you can't do it without the education.
Because the education part is in fact easy, and you could fake any education. You could go through learn any education, but
it costs money.
You still need a license and to learn and study to be that bricklayer, figuratively speaking. There's no, I don't think that it's any different being in an office than out there, except for it's a lot harder to move bricks than it is to press keyboards.
A fucking rocket,
and there shouldn't be
a rocket fucking scientist, an engineer, is worth more than a bricklayer.
Yeah, and that's obviously the situation we're in.
He went to 4 schools instead of 2. He went to 4 and he left that school when he was like nearly 30 and got the job. Where everyone else went to 2 schools, left school at 18 and got jobs. They have to be compensated.
Yeah. Maybe the person who didn't have to go to 3 schools learnt faster and it was more abled. Maybe the physical guy who can move the bricks was actually more
just got to move a brick.
Able.
He didn't need to understand what metals and temperatures and metallurgy. He didn't need to understand all these things and have high mathematics and chemistry, and he didn't need to know that. All he's got to do is go, that goes there, that goes there.
Yeah, but I get that. I agree. But it's the same thing as going, okay, everything's on the computer. Everything's learnable. Yeah, it's all studied. To learn it, though, it doesn't take any...
That guy 20 years to learn.
Yes, but no exhaustion. To learn it, there was no, like...
no, but
his hands aren't sore. There's no blood on his hands. He doesn't bleed at work.
It was still
he might get... And that's, at the end of the day, the bricklayer will have sore hands and a sore back for the rest of their life, which compensates for that guy's previous study to make it easier.
Hard labour where people get injured, that stuff should be on its way out. We should have
robots,
machines already doing stuff that people used to do. Like those days of people going to work and reefing at stuff and yanking at things until they hurt themselves. That should be done. Or carrying something that's too heavy. We do it because we feel like we have to, or we're like, fuck, there's like half an hour, we're going home. Or go walk down there, grab the fucking grab the hoe and bring it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I just don't see any reason to pay anyone to press a button. Is never have no exhaustion. Okay, it took 20 years to study, but you know what? That's exaggerated because I don't think they don't study any longer than the guy laying bricks nowadays because they're all made to jump through hoops anyway. All of them, but I don't see any of those skills as separate. I see that each of those is a choice, and that someone's taken. Okay, well, I don't want to lay bricks, so I'm going to do the easy way and take 20 years physically learning. And the bricklayer says, well, okay, I'll get that. Well, I haven't got time. I need the money now. I'm going to get my hands dirty now and make my, I'm saying that they compensate each other. So the guy in the office, I get what you're saying. It is 20 years, and they're what you would
Oh,
call
the bricklayer's
special
compensation.
requirements.
The bricklayer's
Special
compensation.
requirements.
He has a longer career where he gets paid versus everyone else who stays at school for so long. They
Yeah.
have a bit shorter
Yeah,
career.
there are
where
the rewards for that, and there are the rewards for. But I don't think working in an office, pressing a button, the least amount of work you do, all right, the physically drawn on your body, you should get paid less. The harder the
versus
job is, the more you get
education.
paid.
It's
The
what
harder the job is.
it's how skilled you are is what you should be getting paid. And if you're too
And the
skilled to
skill
do
level.
a menial task, don't do the menial task.
Yeah, not
Don't
to
get
say
the
everyone will
job.
get the paid the same, because certain, like you said, skill level as well. There's certain skills that people require that there's very few of, and if you want to employ that worker to do that skill, that hard job, that specialized skill, you got to pay the excess money. Too many white collars getting paid too much, and not enough of the grease hands getting paid what they should.
I totally agree. People in manufacturing and labouring are paid way too little.
Slaves treated like slaves, while people buy these things, and all of the hardest work gets done in the factories by the manual laborers.
Yeah,
Manual laborers should be paid handsomely for the harm on their body, the stress and what they have to lift, the quotas and the points they've got to reach. Not sitting there pressing a button or talking. Talking's easy. Anyone could go get an education of any subject they choose, and if they have the brain capacity to do so, or want.
remember, it's not free anymore. It was free for your parents and my parents. They could have went to college and all that for nothing. But you and me, no, not free. All these politicians in power, they all got free education, free high education, then got into power and then stopped it all for everyone else.
You see, yeah, the education though. Look, I believe that every bit of education, does cost money now. They make you pay, but I believe all of that education is actually already available and free to study on the net. We actually don't need to anyone to give us a piece of paper. The piece of paper they would give us, or anything they're going to give us to study and learn and research, can all be researched on the internet, and more so, 1,000% more could be researched and understood without that qualification. Is what I'm saying. Everything is available on the internet. All of the information that they teach you, that we've got to pay for, every bit of knowledge that we have to pay for, is it all available? It's all available on the internet.
You could do it, you could pull it off, but it doesn't mean that you'll get a job in the field, because the field requires you to have the qualification, requires you to have the paper.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It does. It does require you to have a certificate.
I can do way more things than the tickets say, the tickets I've got say I can do. But no one will let me do it because I don't have a ticket that says I can.
Time is money, Zaya. Yeah, but what is your worth? Only you know your worth. You make your worth.
Time is money. Yeah. So you put in heaps of time at the beginning, you get compensated at the end.
There has to be a fundamental change to democracy, a fundamental shift in the ideologies of who entitlement.
No, look, I think we got and the idea of it. Okay, I think it was just hijacked by corporations. So over time, companies became too rich, and they lobby government to get their way, and their way is against our way. It's against what we want. So, yeah, that's why everyone's disillusioned with the government. Doesn't matter what side's in. Need to somehow remove money, the influence of money from government. People can't be paid off, like paid to have change something to the benefit of a few people versus the majority who want something else. Then democracy will work, because democracy is meant to go the way of the majority, not the minority. Just because the minority's got money doesn't mean it overpowers the majority.
Money, 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 chameleon. Chameleon man. The chameleon man. Money. Who wants the money? Who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to be a hundredaire? Yeah, I will. Why not? That's probably what I am. I'm a hundredaire. I'm the heir to $100 or more. Less than 1,000 to be precise.
I got, see Stoney's comment, I got keeping my keyboard vacuumed that lost the L key. It's in the vacuum, bro.
I don't. Does jealousy have a scene? I don't know.
Everyone fucking talking. All I see is Scotty.
I can't keep with chat, eh? I don't know what the fuck is going on in chat. Like, you lost me, lads. You've all lost me.
Oh yeah, no, they're in their own.
Yeah, we don't even exist anymore. It's just here, like a meeting place. Like we're
they're
just the wall.
420 fam have been in their own conversation for fucking ages, like we have.
We're just pictures on the wall, like talking pictures on the future of the wall, and they're just in there having a discussion in the hallway.
Background noise while they chat.
We're right here, you know, guys. Who's Scotty? Are you Scotty? I'm assuming PTP is Scotty, right? That's what I'm getting from this. Scotty is PTP.
It's a fucking some strain, medical strain.
Oh my god, not another one. Are you serious? Please, just call it what the hell it is. Stop calling it the Australian version names. Can you call it what it is?
That's what I
Can
thought.
You call it?
Scotty. Not Scotty.
The Dude Grows show, Scotty?
Oh, Dude Grows. Yeah, I know Dude Grows.
Thank you very much, Cookies, Cake. Thank you, Aussie Autos. I'm sorry, maybe I'm a bit too old, but these names are just blowing my mind, man. Just stick to the fucking names of the original names. Like, everyone knows who Scotty is. Scotty was a person. I thought PTP was Scotty. You know what I'm saying, Aussie? The hell are they changing all these names for? No offense to they're changing the names. I know it's not people in the chat now. It's the quacks. Just leave the bloody strains as they are. Call it some fucking good ganja. Whatever. Trip me out. I thought Stoney was Scotty. You see, everyone was confused about who Scotty was. Like, exactly, Zaya.
No, I knew it was weed. Like the Scotty or whatever.
You bloody yuppies. Yuppies.
Hey, ganja, how are you, man?
Ganja man. Smokes whenever a ganja man can. Yes, he can, and he will. He's ganja man. Scotty is a person. Scotty is a person. Or is that Scotty is a person? Or Scotty is a person? You know? Mercedes for you. I don't know. You're fucking tripping me out, man. You're blowing my mind, man. Blowing my mind. There. Fresky. You funny cat. I'll put on my fucking invisible glasses. I'm invisible. Invisible in the world. Throw a bit of pink on and nobody will notice you. You'll just stick in with the crowd. Nobody know. Isn't it sad? The reality, the bloke with pink hair is drowned out by all the other blokes with pink hair in society. You can see the guy with the normal guy. I'm not saying he's normal because I might get in trouble, but the guy who identifies as normal, which you can. I think you can identify as normal.
Pink shirts. Thought it was weird when everyone started wearing pink shirts, pink t-shirts. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, you always remember when your mate who goes to the gym all the time wears his first pink shirt. You went to school with this guy, you grew up with this guy, and like you know, it's baggy this, and then all of a sudden he comes out with a pink polo shirt. Like, what has happened to my mate? He's wearing a pink polo shirt, and it's like, what? Looking at me like, what? I never even said anything. Like, you fucking know what? Don't tell me that was red socks in the wash.
No, it's just a shirt, man. It's more salmon color. Fucking hell. Looks pink to me. Yeah, I'm pretty hammy.
Like a lotus. Like a blossoming lotus. Relax. Breathe in through the nose, deep with the chest, and push out with the stomach. Move with negativity and positivity as one. This is pretty groovy music. It is opening the deflower.
Fucking by singing, so I just YouTube some music.
That's all the pollen glistening. You probably can't see it, but you have to imagine the pollen glistening, exploding like stars and fireworks. That's cannabis meditation, man. But everything is cannabis, man. Everything is made of cannabis. Everything is made of hemp. It's cannabis related. There's no understanding. There's no understanding. There's not supposed to be understanding. That's the whole thing. That's the whole hidden message. That's the key. The trick is water. Countryman, the trick is water, nothing else. That is it. That is the key to the secret sauce, the secret soup. It is water. Just make them believe it's special. It becomes special. Make them believe they are special. Bong on, PTP everyone. I'm gonna cruise back out in the yard there. Let the plants soak in.
You start talking about water, and I thought, fuck, I better go check that. You gonna do a live at all? Cool. It's only like 20 minutes to 4:20. Keep an eye out, fam. Someone will pop up. Maybe Taz, Gear, Bear, maybe Zaya. But yeah, we'll catch up with you soon, 4:20, fam. Thanks for popping in, having a chat.
Bong on.
We'll see you all on the next one.